Have you or a loved one experienced one or more of the following symptoms? Elevated heart rate or unexpected feelings of euphoria on Monday nights? Inability to focus on work during waivers? The urge to overuse acronyms like PPR? Confusion caused by rostering players you swore you'd never root for?
Only in fantasy does football season come with side effects. Only in fantasy, only on ESPN. Play the #1 fantasy game. Sign up now at ESPN.com/fantasyfootball. Insights provided by IBM Watson.
ESPN, in partnership with Peyton Manning's Omaha Productions, presents Not Just Football with Pittsburgh Steelers defensive end Cam Hayward.
This is not me putting down anybody. Players, coaches, new media, old media. This is just a different version. Hopefully it's a better version. But I've learned from the media. But this is going to be a long season.
Listen to Not Just Football with the Steelers' Cam Hayward wherever you get your podcast.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve. And we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
Hello and welcome into the future. Welcome to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. And I'm your host, Captain Cool.
Oh my goodness, it's Captain Cool!
Someone lose a grenade. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that just cut off, but you know what? Find us online at theblitzsportsradio.com. Yes, that's right. Our website is up. So is our app, only on Android and Google phones. Facebook, hit us up at The Blitz Sports Radio, and on Twitter at The Blitz_sports, and follow us on Twitch and YouTube at WZZN TV. That's right. We're doing live video today, everybody. And on Facebook. Make sure you guys are checking us out there because we are live on Facebook as well to talk more than just sports. If you want to join in on any of the conversations today, call us at 256-576-4977, and you're live hanging with the chillest crew in sports radio. And to my left, the one, Bandi Man.
First live video of the Afternoon Blitz.
Oh yeah, dude. Are you a little bit more nervous than usual?
A little bit,
yeah.
But
the camera's on us, so it's a little scary, nerve-wracking actually.
I know we can kind of see a little bit of the behind the scenes that goes on and see us on cameras. Finally put a face to voice.
Yeah. Terrible idea. I gotta admit. I'm just kidding. You guys wanted to see me, and now you're seeing me.
Yeah. But hey, making sure that live stream stays up and running and keeping our voice on the air as well. Our always reliable producer, Smokey Mike Huncho.
Smokey!
Boys, I'm upset today.
Why are you upset? There's a lot of news going down, so I want to know why.
Well, first of all, if I could actually get this headset working.
Yeah, we don't want any fuzzy talk over there, right?
All right. Me.
Yeah, you sound good over there. You look good too.
I'm ticked.
What's up?
They're remaking a classic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a classic. Now, Bailey, I know I got you set up over there to play this one in just a second, but this is what really, like, this movie, this one is an iconic movie. This one has been like, so many different shows and all that have gone with this particular movie. And Patrick Swayze was the star of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a lot of Peter Griffin talking about this movie. And they're remaking it with Jake Gyllenhaal in the lead, and I'm talking about Bandi Man.
Roadhouse. Wait, why are you taking the back way home? There are so many turns.
So many turns.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
They're remaking Roadhouse. What the hell? And, I mean, if it was like Jason Momoa, it'd be a different story. But it's Mysterion.
Okay,
Mysterio,
no.
My bad.
Okay, wait a minute. So you were mad that Jake Gyllenhaal is kind of taking Patrick Swayze, but Jason Momoa looks nothing like Swayze.
It doesn't matter. It's all about the aura. Like, I mean, have you seen Roadhouse?
Have you seen Roadhouse 2?
I have not seen Roadhouse.
Last
2.
Call. That's what it's called.
I know it's called Last Call.
I haven't seen Roadhouse 2.
Should have been the Last Call.
Anyway, this is going to be a hell of a show, boys. I mean, we got a good one going on.
Big
you
news
can
going
follow
on.
us on Twitter. I'm at Rose Scholar. The captain is at CPT Cool 420. The Bandi Man is at B Lowry 2016. The station is at the Blitz _sports on the Twitter. On the Facebook, the Blitz Sports Radio is what page you need to go like. Then also WZZN TV. You go to twitch.tv/WZZN TV or YouTube, subscribe to WZZN TV, where you can now catch us live and in living color. And then when we're waiting on Apple. If you got Android, you can get the app. If you have Apple, we got to wait for a minute. So we're not going to exactly hype up the app so much. But if you're on Android, get the app. But, boys, we have some trade deadline news. Big trade deadline news. As Juan Soto has been traded to the San Diego Padres. But we discussed that with Alan Carpenter of TomahawkTake.com yesterday. You can go check that out in the podcast setup. Just go back there and listen to the podcast from yesterday's show. But also, we have Goodell putting down the Sahama for one Stephen Ross, even though it's not for the Brian Flores situation. It's for tampering with Tom Brady.
You just can't keep him out of trouble, dude.
No. As much as Flores wants it to be, it's about the Tom Brady tampering.
Oh man, but Captain Cool, lead us on this voyage.
Well,
where do you want to take us?
Honestly, I'm looking now at this the Roadhouse stuff because honestly, guys, I haven't watched Roadhouse either. All right, I don't know what you were talking. Is this the movie where he says you can't put baby in the corner?
Oh my.
I knew that'd trigger some people. But no, I mean, I feel like this has been in the works for a while, though, because I see this on Vanity Fair back in September 9th, 2015, and they were talking about Ronda Rousey being in the remake of, what is it, Roundhouse?
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse,
but, that was after what? She did Expendables 3, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she was doing a lot of stuff, so, I mean, that was when her acting career was at a peak. But, yeah, no, I've not watched this. This is like Kung Fu movie? Like, what's happening in here?
No, I mean, it will be fair. I mean, Roundhouse would not be a bad name for the movie.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said it. He's looking like Patrick Swayze's doing some ninja fighting. It looks like Mr. Miyagi has helped him do something. I'm looking at a picture with his shirt off, and he's going, like that. It looks pretty.
You don't know the
good.
karate?
Oh, it's karate. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is Karate Kid. Okay.
Oh my God, he is not Ralph Macchio. God, you boys need to. You guys really need help on your 80s movies.
What are you talking about, you boys? I know what you're talking about.
No. Don't you come at me like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder and go, what do you mean, you people.
Look, I started on these 80 films yesterday.
I've seen these movies.
Okay, I was watching Blade Runner yesterday, so I'm catching up. But you gotta give me some time.
Were you watching the OG Blade
I was
Runner
watching
or
the
Blade
OG.
Runner 2049?
I was watching the OG. You gotta watch the OGs first. That's always just like a pet
So
peeve
you weren't
of mine.
watching the Gosling one?
No, I was not. I want to get to that one though, because when I was halfway through I was watching it with my girlfriend and my brother. And let me tell you, there's one scene in there that she didn't find acceptable, and I didn't find acceptable. I was like, "What's going on? Is he a robot? What is he? What's her? You know, like, what's going on here? You know, it's a confusing movie with a pretty simple concept. I mean, it's good. I didn't finish it. We didn't get to the end. It was late. That's why I was up so late. But
hey, I will admit, 2049 is a long movie.
It is 3 hours long, so we decided to go with the shorter first movie that is like 2 hours, maybe, like barely, maybe 2 hours long. But the movie I thought was pretty cool. I like the futuristic setting and stuff, and it reminds me of all the newer games like Detroit, Become Human. It reminded me of that a lot, and Cyberpunk 2077. Those definitely took some inspiration from one Blade Runner. So yeah, but I love Henry Ford is amazing. That's all I got to say about that movie. You know, he's good. He's good. Young though.
I don't know about this camera angle that they've got going for me right here. I mean, I didn't even pick it, but it's like. I mean, I look like Jabba the Hutt over here.
Oh, you're in the back. He is in the back of the room, which makes
it's like I refused to be on. Like I told him I didn't want to be on camera.
We could have
the
moved
higher
it.
ups, but I mean, it's just I'm here in the freaking corner, being a 6'1", 270-pound dude. Like I'm big. I'm worse than fat guy in a little coat over here, man. Come on.
Okay, no, you're not. You're not that bad.
You look pretty cool over there.
You're one to talk. You are like you got all the room to stretch over there in the studio right there.
And he still puts his bag in the middle of the floor.
In the middle of the
everybody's
floor,
tripping over. Nobody can get to him. You know.
Like we get our stuff busted and all that by a certain particular Italian, but I mean the other one is leaving all the stuff around. I mean he should be the one that'd be like. Oh, get this mess cleaned up.
Man brings his old kitchen in here, but I mean, honestly, I respect it because I was eating donuts that I got at the gas station this morning, and he comes prepared, and I'm maybe just a little jealous. So
donut.
But kind of going back to the Roundhouse, God, you got me.
Roundhouse. There you go.
God, you've got me calling it Roundhouse now. But to the Roadhouse remake, so it looks like it's going to take a different plot too. As from CNN Entertainment, the new film follows a former UFC fighter who takes a job as a bouncer at a rough-and-tumble roadhouse in the Florida Keys, but soon discovers that not everything is what it seems in this tropical paradise.
You know what? I'm done talking about it. Let's get away from there. Let's get away. No more Roadhouse. No.
Well, do you want to talk about another San Diego Padre that got traded?
Which Padre? You talking? Which
father? Eric Hosmer.
Oh, wait. No. Hold on. We got to do.
We haven't even talked about Juan Soto.
We got to bring up the Juan Soto stuff to get to the Hosmer stuff.
I know.
You can't have the Juan Soto, or you can't have the Hosmer without the Soto.
Well, I think the Soto's a bigger deal. I just think the Hosmer one's funnier.
The Soto.
No, because here's the thing. Hosmer happened after Soto. We got to go in chronological order.
You do, yeah. It's like watching Star Wars. Bailey, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. Anyway. But Juan Soto gets traded to San Diego, in the words of Ron Burgundy. No, I'm not going to say it.
San Diego. And Josh Bell, first baseman.
Yes, Josh Bell switching first baseman, which, I mean, just absolutely destroys anything that the Nationals have for power now. But anyway, they're getting traded for 5 prospects and 1 major league player that was to be named later. That one that was to be named later was Eric Hosmer. And Hosmer has got a no-trade clause. And he said, no.
Psych. Uno reverse
he said,
card.
No, I am not going. The trade is still going to happen. But Hosmer, I haven't seen where Hosmer's going now, but Hosmer is on hook he's got the Padres on the hook for $38 million in the next 2 years.
Oh, have you not seen where Hosmer is going now?
No, I didn't check Jeff Passett here because I've been trying to control everything since Roadhouse is getting recreated.
Oh, my goodness. But would you like to know?
Yes.
He is going to the Boston Red Sox.
Oh.
Yay. Boo.
So
the Yankee fan must be happy about that.
Yeah, I don't really care. They suck, so they're not going to do anything.
Well, let's see. We got trade deadline coming up here. It'll be ending I believe, right in about 45 minutes, if I remember correctly.
Coming to an end, finally.
Also, the other thing, too, is Mr. Yankee fan over there, the younger Italian.
Yep.
The cool one,
Thank
as
you.
he likes to call it.
Hey, as other people call me, too, all right? Makes me happy.
We've had the Los Angeles Dodgers in a trade to acquire Joey Gallo from the New York Yankees.
Finally.
Yankee fan, I know you're happy about that.
Get him out of here. I don't know what the Dodgers see in him, honestly, but, have fun. Good
Dodgers
riddance.
already have a good bit of, no, I take that back. Bellinger's like the only lefty.
But still, a bad lefty's not really going to help out the good lefty. Hey, but at least he knew that he was doing bad, all right? He was really dogging himself on the social media and in interviews and stuff, saying he was doing a piss-poor job for the team. And you know what? I respect that he actually said that. He did not represent the pinstripes well, and good riddance.
Yeah,
Good riddance, he said.
Because I'm looking at the numbers, and even though he's put up 24 RBIs and 12 home runs, he's batting 159.
Yeah.
It's downright ugly.
Yeah.
Like I don't even consider him any time in daily fantasy. Let's just put he is that bad.
Yeah.
But Captain Cool, what are you looking at today in the world of sport?
Well, first off the bat, I had to look for the coolest stories, so I saw something about some Argentinian soccer player, which I'll get into later just because it's a wacky story, everybody. I don't know if you guys know about it at all. Tiger Woods, declining the LIV invite for, almost $1 billion. So, he just said see ya to that. And then, I did want to kind of get into the Trash Pandas' new little jersey they got, seeing how we were on a little Thor tangent lately. They got these cool little Thor-inspired jerseys for Superhero Night coming up. And I am so excited to dress as Spider-Man because I want to do some backflips on the dugout. That'd be sick.
Spider-Man!
Yes, sir.
But, all right, so that'll be in the segment of What's Cool at coming up in the 3 o'clock hour. Also at the 3 o'clock hour, at the top of the 3, we're going to have Ben McKee from VolQuest on to just discuss Vols in the fall camp, even Vol basketball a little bit. And then next segment, we've got the E-play-by-play with the Bandi Man because – granted, we are a sports talk radio show. Esports is part of the sports talk radio. And what has come down over the last 24 hours, well, actually last 22 since we signed off, has been actually pretty wild because, Sony is having some major issues. And it's not even just in the gaming world or even in the movie world because they're hanging on by a thread, literally, because the only thing they got left is the spider.
And the stray cat that they're about to lose as well.
The stray cat.
They are hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
And by their recent their recent statements on Twitter and what's been posted, they're scared.
Well, we'll get more into that with the E-play-by-play coming up at 2:25. But all right, so Stephen Ross of the Miami Dolphins, owner of the Miami Dolphins, the NFL has notified that he will be stripped, or the Dolphins will be stripped, not he, but his team, the Dolphins, will be stripped of their first-round pick next year.
Take them away.
For violations of league policies relating to the integrity of the game. Now, remember when we discussed this whole Deshaun Watson situation yesterday, the main reason, or one of the things that I brought up with the Calvin Ridley situation was it affected the integrity of the game.
Can't mess with the integrity.
Following a 6-month investigation, the NFL found the Dolphins, primarily Stephen Ross, the owner, and the vice chairman, Bruce Beal, that they violated the anti-tampering policy on 3 occasions from 2019 to 2022 in conversations with Tom Brady and Sean Payton. Neither of them are in Miami right now, as we all know what has happened right there. But in addition to the first-round pick being taken out, Dolphins will also forfeit their 2024 third-round selection, and Stephen Ross was fined $1.5 million.
Chump change.
And suspended through October the 17th, which, that's October the 17th. That's 6 weeks.
It's not that bad.
That's 6 weeks of the regular season, right?
Yeah. 6 games.
It's not
Wow.
that bad. There's the trend going on in the NFL.
The trend, yes.
Too easy to do
Robert
this.
Kraft got nothing, but Stephen Ross gets $1.5 million.
Ooh, that's a hefty lump of money.
And suspended through October the 17th. I mean,
Can't be ruining the integrity of the game. Can't be trying to terminate things like that. You can't be doing that. Shady stuff going on in Miami, all right?
by the way, Tom Brady will not incur any punishment for the Dolphins tampering. So,
What a jeez. We got the refs.
neither
We
will
got the
Sean
refs up
Payton
there.
right there. Well, let's see.
The refs are doing the sentences. They're just like, nah, Tom Brady's fine. No flags.
The main thing they found was in January of this past year, or this year, 2022, that the NFL found that the Dolphins had quote-unquote impermissible communications with Don Yee, who is the agent of both Tom Brady and Sean Payton. And the league found that the Dolphins did not seek consent, quote-unquote, from the Saints to begin these talks, and that they occurred before Payton retired later that month.
Like, is it really not hard to just be patient in this business?
Trying to jump on it as quick as possible.
For Tom Brady, you shouldn't be patient, right?
Yeah, but I mean, but they should know there's a time frame to when they can and can't do things.
Yeah. Well, they're going to do it anyway. It's Miami.
Yeah, Miami. I mean, what have they done?
Yeah.
Ever since Dan Marino left, they ain't done nothing.
Can't even go back to the cool jerseys. Instead, they have to progress into the ugly jerseys
They
and
got
the ugly logos.
the World Football League jersey, not the sexy 1980s Dan Marino jersey right
Yes.
Hey, well, now they got Tua.
They do, yeah, but I mean, we'll see what he's got to offer. Now
Yeah.
he doesn't even have an owner to,
Well, the thing is
give him
that
money.
we could see if Tua could overthrow another wide receiver, because I think that's the reason why they traded for Tyreek, was so Tua couldn't overthrow.
Hey, Tyreek Hill says he went from a Hall of Famer to another Hall of Famer, so.
All right, boys. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to have the play-by-play with the Bandi Man. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 256-715-7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Alabama so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
The Point at Oak Mountain are newly renovated spacious apartments in Birmingham. Convenient, beautiful, newly renovated apartments. Spacious units offering vaulted ceilings in a quiet atmosphere with pool amenities. So why look further? Call them today and make an appointment. 205-981-3005. The Point at Oak Mountain in a very affluential setting across the street from Lee Branch Shopping Center. Come live on the mountain and experience amazing views. Online, Oak Mountain MGR at waypointsms.com.
Coming to you live from the Franklin Automotive Studio, Birmingham's premier automotive service provider for Acura, Lexus, Toyota, Honda, Volvo, Nissan, Infiniti, Audi, and Volkswagen. Located at the corner of Acton Road, behind the shops of the Colonnade.
The Blitz has been called.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Network. I am your host, the Bandi Man, a.k.a. Bailey Lowry, joined on my right by Captain Cool, John Abraham, and as always, our producer, Mike Huncho. So we got some big stories today. Xbox Game Pass news, a couple smaller, another Counter-Strike cheating scandal.
Let's go.
Because they seem to be popping up everywhere nowadays. And we have a new European League commissioner. That's all going to be talked about here on Play-by-Play.
Time to catch up on esports with Play-by-Play with the Bandi Man.
Now, I immediately want to jump into the big story for today. So we all know that a couple months back that Microsoft bought out Activision Blizzard, effectively buying Call of Duty. And now that has Sony concerned in the future because they expect Microsoft to move Call of Duty to a console exclusive title. And recently a tweet was put out with some quotes, with some statements put out by Sony, or some generalizations of statements made by Sony. And what they say is that they believe that that the developers they have now could not create a franchise to rival the likes of Call of Duty, and that it would take several years for a competitor, even with substantial investments, to create a rival effective for Game Pass. So Sony essentially believes that they don't think there could be a rival for Game Pass in years. And I believe it. They've taken up according to recent stats, over the past 5 years, Game Pass has grown to capture approximately 60 to 70% of the global subscription services market. And that's even bigger in Brazil, where it's 70 to 80% of their PC subscription services market, just Xbox Game Pass.
I gotta admit, I don't know why they're so scared of Call of Duty when Power Washer Simulator's out there. I mean, Power Washer Simulator is a 10 out of 10, and it's got 22,000 reviews, guys. So
I saw something that Game Pass put out earlier on Twitter that I got to bring up in a little bit that made me think of you.
Oh, yeah, there's like another simulator game coming, right?
Yeah. But anyway, keep on, Bailey. We'll discuss that a little bit later because I know that Captain Cool will be all about this simulator that's about to be dropping.
I'm so excited.
Oh, 100%. But the way I see this going for Microsoft, they said that they won't, at least for Modern Warfare 2, the next Call of Duty coming out, that they're not going to just throw it on Game Pass and just leave Sony out of it. They still have a partnership. So Call of Duty is still going to be coming to PlayStation, I expect, for the next 3 years.
Okay.
Roughly. But now, what I hope Microsoft does with Call of Duty, now that they have it under the belt, why not take the old Call of Duties and put them on Game Pass?
Yeah.
Because all the fans are clamoring for like a Black Ops 2 remake, a Black Ops 1 remake. Why not kind of bridge that gap, at least until we get one, or until Activision thinks about making one, just put the old ones on Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that 100%. I mean, I've been wanting to play a lot of these older Call of Duty games, and I mean, with a lot of the newer consoles, they have I have the Series S, and you can't just put in your old discs and all that stuff. You can't just put all that in. You have to go onto the store, and you have to buy it again if you want the game that you already had on Xbox 360 or even Xbox in the past. And, I mean, it would be amazing for another huge reason to get Game Pass with your Xbox, because then you'd be able to play all the games that you used to love to play, and it might just have a resurgence of player base coming to the multiplayers on Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. Maybe, maybe they'd even fix the multiplayer on Black Ops 2 to make sure there's less hackers, and Activision could actually do something with that. And I see that being as a big win, but we'll see what comes with that.
Yeah, which please, Smokey, have you tried to go back and play any of these old Call of Duties lately?
Oh, that's a negative there, Ghost Rider.
No, because
you want to talk about hacking real quick? Sorry to interrupt, but did you see several celebrities getting hacked last night, talking about giving away 3 PS5s if they DM them for people DM them for charity?
I did.
Yeah, Jeannie Buss, the owner of the Lakers, happened to be one of them.
What's he doing with PlayStation 5s?
Yeah, people hacked their account and tweeted out that...
You mean she?
She.
Jeannie Buss.
She.
Oh, man. The wife of Phil Jackson?
Yeah, I'm not going to assume anything, right?
But continue.
Yeah, it was really just a hack and tweeted out a fake giveaway.
Well, nobody wants a PlayStation anyway, because this news is all about Xbox.
I mean, at least if you're a Call of Duty fan, at least in the recent years. But, I mean, what's going...
Xbox fans won't fall for those tweets. That's all I'm saying, all right? Stay with Microsoft. We're taking everything. Literally.
I mean, with this global subscription stuff, and there's even only just going to be more coming to Game Pass.
Oh, and it just kills me because it's like or PlayStation's like, oh, yeah, we could do PS. And this was one of those things is that my son's got a PS4. And so the daughter, the wife and I, we were, when I'm cutting in and out.
I mean, I hear you fine over here.
Yeah, I hear you fine over on this side.
Well, I couldn't hear in my ears.
Oh, that's fine.
I need to hear myself sometimes.
That is true.
But, no, me and the wife, we were like, all right, daughter, I mean, she hadn't fully, she hadn't gotten over and beyond on earning herself a console, but it's like one of those, she maintained steadiness, you know?
Just good enough.
So it was like, just good enough, but it's like, all right, so you didn't go over and beyond, but you've been consistent for years, so we're going to get you a console. And we were and we were going to do a hand-me-down. It was either my Xbox or her PS4, the wife's PS4 that we were going to let. And then so we decided to end up on the PS4 because as we were discussing things and all that, because the Xbox is the one in the main room. It's in the living room. It's like where we go with all of our apps too and everything.
It's got the candles around it and everything.
Right.
It's got Netflix, all that loaded on it.
Exactly. But it's just like once we looked at PS Plus and Game Pass, it was like I told her, I was like, no. I'm my Xbox is here. My Xbox will always stay here.
Yeah.
She's like, but PS Plus is adding some new stuff and all that. And I looked what stuff they were adding. I'm like, that ain't even close to Game Pass. Like, no. And plus, the Xbox is better with the apps.
True.
Like you go like Netflix, Hulu, and all that. It just works so much easier with the apps.
A lot more user friendly.
And I don't know if y'all have tried. I mean, I'm kind of going back to the Call of Duty thing, but I don't know if y'all have tried to buy Call of Duty recently on PC at all. They're still really overpriced. Black Ops 2 is still $60 on Steam.
Ooh, that's hurt. I think it's like $30 on Xbox if you try to buy it just like outright. But I don't exactly know. I know the Call of Duty games stay pretty high up there if you got it.
Well, you know what it could be now?
What's that?
Game Pass?
$15.99 a month with about 45 other games.
You can go back and play Call of Duty Ghosts for $15.99 a month.
I wish.
But
please bring it.
Moving on from one shooter to a next, though, we got some other esports news that I kind of wish I got to yesterday. But Respawn Entertainment is going to reclassify the Wingman in Apex Season 14, and it's a change fans likely didn't see coming. So the Wingman is no longer going to be classified as a heavy weapon. It's going to be classified as a sniper.
As it should.
So now what this means for the meta, instead of having pretty much infinite ammo for your wingman in the final circle, you're going to be limited to about 3 magazines, since snipers can only hold 24 rounds.
What the? I'm.
Okay. Now.
No. It's not you. It's not you. That is awesome to hear. That's actually going to be one of those reasons why I'm going to be going back and trying Apex out and giving it another chance. I am my job as a producer and one of the hosts of this here talk radio show is to make sure that I get all the information so that way I can bring it out to you guys. You, the Italian, I've got a problem with you on this one.
Oh, no.
What'd I do now?
So, The Ringer, they put this out on the Twitter sphere yesterday because I'm checking out the Game Pass account and all that stuff and seeing what all Game Pass Twitter is doing and all that. And The Ringer has this headline. I'm not clicking it because I refuse to click it because of the crap that you brought with the Blitz Lost tapes, by the way. The headline, exquisitely soothing aesthetics, a gentle learning curve, and deceptive depth make, quote-unquote, Power Wash Simulator one of the best video games of the year.
It's amazing, dude. Look,
you suck.
Look, some of the levels, I feel like I'm getting stuff like advertised to him over there, all whatever. But that game is quality. Look, it takes a lot of time, but if you have a nice little podcast in your ear while you're hitting those houses, you're gonna just have a fun time, a nice breeze through it. So yeah, get off the level, man. You gotta just keep going. You just gotta keep going. I'm on the skate park now. I'm on the skate park. First off, the wingman should just be a pistol.
It should not just be a pistol.
It is a sniper in a hand cannon form. All right, I remember destroying people in Titanfall 2 with that thing. Okay, and then it got even more powerful going into Apex. So, the gun's great, but I don't know if it's not a sniper. I wouldn't classify it as a sniper, even though it can snipe some people.
Yeah. Now, what does kind of stink though is that even though it's now it's not being. Well, actually, yeah, because it's being classified as sniper, it now uses sniper ammo.
Yeah.
But you can't put a 4x or an 8x scope on it.
That's kind of a
just
nerve.
As long as you could do a 3, that's all I really need is a 3 for the most part.
I don't want to go any harder than that. Yeah,
but I would have loved to see some pro players rocking 8x and a wingman.
They would be the only ones that'll be able to do it. So
I know, right?
I know I can't scope with that stuff.
Wingman was one of those I just couldn't do because there was just so much better options. I'm more of a pistol-wise, the P2020, no, not really. The RE45 had to be my favorite pistol out of it, but I was more of an SMG and a sniper guy.
Yeah, the R301, though, is all about me.
Yeah.
Now, we also have a new weapon being added into the light ammo category.
Here we go.
And it's not a pistol. Okay. It's not an SMG. It's an LMG. The Spitfire will be the category's first light ammo LMG.
Okay.
Ready then.
So this change has been made to not only boost power for light ammo weapons because, like y'all were bringing up, many weapons like the P2020 and the RE45 are used in the early game and then pretty discarded and not even thought about in the final circle.
Yeah.
So this is going to give not only a little more variety, so maybe you could carry more ammo in your bag, but also, you know what? Give a little more power to the light ammo.
Yeah, it makes sense in a way, but the Spitfire is like the epitome of a heavy ammo weapon. I remember this gun getting me through many rounds, and I was clutching a bunch of stuff back in the day. But with the heavy rounds, they slow down, the players. So that helps out a lot. So it's gonna feel a lot different. A lot of these changes are gonna make the guns feel totally different, out of this world.
So now in the final circle, you could run something like a Spitfire Rampage or a Spitfire Wingman, Spitfire Flatline.
Jeez, yeah, I can see the flatline coming in there. I like the flatline, good old flatline. It's been a minute since I played, but I got to jump back on. It's just so big.
Man, but I got to bring this up, Bandi, man. I got to bring this up because we've got Game Pass games starting to come out for this month. Ghost Recon being the first one that you could get available right now on cloud, console, or PC.
Let's go.
But And then, of course, when Thursday rolls around, Turbo Golf Racing, which I'm going to probably already do at least 4 or 5 times. I'm seeing the previews of them, and it's looking a lot more sharp than what I thought. But this is what I thought about with you on this one.
Let's get it. What is it?
August the 11th is when you can play this.
Okay.
Let's see. Take control of a highly polished, realistic kitchen equipped with all kinds of utensils and stands. You can unlock, master over 80 recipes, or use dozens of lifelike ingredients to cook everything you like in Cooking Simulator.
Well, I may be Italian, but I ain't cooking. We already talked about that, all right? This ain't no cooking, mama. I don't want any of that.
Hey, the Cooking Mama games are good. Don't you disrespect them.
I'm not dogging on them, but I'm like, why bring out another one? You got Cooking Mama, and also I'm going to stick to the manly job, which is going outside and pressure washing houses and all that stuff.
Hey, man, being a good cook can get you a nice bit of women.
Yeah?
Yeah, the one right behind you could say that, too.
Where? Oh, this guy?
Yeah, the one you could see on the camera right there.
Yeah, I guess
since we are streaming.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay. I have questions to ask about what he just put on my desk, but we're talking about the Cooking Simulator game. Whatever. That might get me plenty of women, but at the same time, cleaning houses, it should do the equal amount because either way,
you're not like your your fake pressure washer. You know what I like to do? I like to make money.
Okay, so you make money in the game, fake money. But what do you do? I mean, I guess there's one thing you learn from the Cooking Simulator, and that's how to cook some things. But at the same time, you don't know, you don't got the feel for the food. You got to be one with the food, and you can't really do that with a Cooking Simulator video game.
Well, you got to be one with the pressure washer, but you can't do you decide to do that with a simulator too.
Yeah. Well, not really. I mean, come on now. It's all satisfying work. All right.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what's not satisfying?
What?
Cheating.
Okay.
And we got another CSGO cheater.
Cheater!
And actually 2 of them. So Twitch streamers Gail Adelaide and Brian Keffrey St. Pierre stand accused of teaming in a $100,000 Counter-Strike Global Offensive Ready Up Invitational Tournament. So now this tournament was actually structured a little bit different than most other tournaments. So this was actually based on individual skill rather than the team winning points.
Oh.
So you were actually awarded 1 point for a kill, 2 point for an assist, and 5 points for a knife kill, which melee kills are virtually impossible in any kind of competitive Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Now, these two stand accused of teaming as they were on opposite teams in the tournament, but they would farm knife kills off of each other.
Okay.
So effectively getting 3 knife... Gale, one of the streamers, got 3 knife kills, so 15 points, and skyrocketed up the leaderboard. And the other guy, Keffrey, only got 2, which is still 10 points, but they're worth almost 2 to 3 times what you're going to get with the other ones. So, I mean, 1 kill is worth... 5 kills is worth 1 knife.
It's Counter-Strike stuff. What are you going to do?
5 kills with a what? Huh?
God, I'm trying to get my...
It's Counter-Strike
right.
stuff.
Yeah,
I'm confused. It's almost like Confucius. Come through here and baffle me.
So you play a normal game of Counter-Strike, but you're not scored based on how your team does, but how you do.
Okay, that's how you should. Okay, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get pulled down by the weakest length.
So I have the rules here. A kill with a gun was worth 1 point. A kill with a knife was worth 5.
Kill with knives.
I see now.
So they were farming knife kills off of each other and getting exuberant more amounts of more points than a lot of the other players.
So they were like, yes, let's just go in the corner right here and let's just stab each other a couple of times.
Right, because like in an average game, average round of Counter-Strike, you're maybe getting 1 to 2 kills max, like on average.
Yeah.
Unless you're a professional player and you're just godly, but we don't. Yeah. That's beside the point. But to get 5 kills worth of points and just farm them off each other and just get way ahead of a lead, they were accused of cheating and later kicked out of a tournament.
So were they doing this in like a practice round or?
No, it was during a $100,000 invitational tournament.
Okay.
Wow.
How, I feel like some of these, they get away with some pretty shady stuff in these esports, tournaments, especially CSGO. So, I mean, I don't know how they do it. They should have officials looking down their back just to make sure, they don't get away with this stuff for a long time. But how long was this going on? Just one round or multiple rounds?
It was multiple games over the course of a tournament. Ooh. But midway through, they were accused of it and disqualified.
Yeah, see, they got to get accused of it by other people until, the officials can have it brought up to their... They got to have refs for each team, just like walking down and forward, like back and forth, just looking at their screens, making sure nothing's going on.
Well, see, I think it was all online.
That's tough.
And the thing is, too, is that their own teammates were calling them out for it. That's when you know you're messing up.
Yeah, you probably should stop after that.
But speaking of also messing up, we have our last story here, and this one's a little bit of a doozy, but also a little bit of a crazy one. So, Philippine authorities have reportedly ordered the arrest of Bren Esports CEO over drug charges. So, Bernard Bren Chong, the CEO of Philippine esports organization Bren Esports, is reportedly a target of a manhunt in his home country over drug charges. So, according to local media, he is wanted for the import of illegal drugs and is wanted along with around a dozen other people for his connection to a drug smuggling operation that took place in 2019 when authorities confiscated more than 270 kilograms of methamphetamines at the Manila International Container Port.
Stick to video games, guys. Come on.
My goodness.
Can't slip up and accidentally get caught in that.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know the thought process going from a esports CEO to a drug smuggler.
It happens quick, guys. I watched Beautiful Boy.
Straight up Pablo Escobar up in here now. I don't know about a Beautiful Boy, though. I mean, you're going to be the only one ever seeing that movie out of the three of us. I'll just tell you.
Homework, guys.
Right
homework.
Oh, no. I don't require that type of homework.
Am I not allowed to give out the homework to you guys?
You can give out homework, but the key thing is the homework is required by one thing. Peer pressure. Ain't no peer pressure going to happen with The Beautiful Boy.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty cool, and if you watch it, you'll be cool too.
I mean, will we be
cool?
cool?
You know what's cool too?
What?
Cooking. That's
you
cool.
know what? Fair enough. I'll say it.
All right. So this is how I want to end this off because I like the idea that you had last week. So Game Pass has been the big subject for today.
Yeah.
Is there a game you see on Game Pass that you would recommend right now? Besides Power Wash Simulator.
You should have told me to bring up the list.
Oh, I got it.
He's got the list. Smokey.
I don't need no list. I already know.
You already know, Smokey?
I mean, which category do you want me to go from?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, whatever you're feeling.
Okay.
I can give you many. Like, first and foremost, if you want to go sports, I would recommend the show.
Oh, of course.
No. Second of all, if you want to go, like, maybe a little bit of sci-fi fantasy, go to Jedi Fallen Order. That's a badass game right there.
So, for me, I'd say sports, NHL. You can't, no.
That EA Play, man.
You can't, well, yeah, I mean, if you got Game Pass, it should just be there. It should be there, all right. For anything else under the sun, I already have talked about some of the games that I've been playing lately, like Unpacking, Power Wash Simulator and stuff. The Dishonored series, I mean, it's a must. And having it there, you don't have to do any online stuff. You don't have to feel like you're behind in the game. It's just campaign stuff. You go straight into the game. And there's 3 of them on Game Pass, and you're going to have a great time with that. So that's big stuff. Is BioShock on Game Pass?
Negative.
Okay, good.
Negatory.
I did buy it a few years ago, and I was hoping that they wouldn't put it on there because, Game Pass, it made me realize that I made a lot of stupid purchases before it even was a thing. Like,
Mass Effect, the whole series of Mass Effect's on Game Pass, though. That's one of those
I would highly recommend Mass Effect.
At least 1 through 2.
But
for sure.
Yeah, for sports, I would definitely go with the show, and I'm still mad that it's not on PC Game Pass.
Oh, well, that's tough for you.
I know we have like Super Mega Baseball or something.
Terrible.
Oh yeah, RBI baseball. That's what it is.
No. There's the RBI baseball game as well, which is like a little cheaper version of the MLB games because you couldn't get them on the Xbox for the longest time.
It's basically your arcade version of MLB. That's like
And then they had the whatever that game was that you were talking about because they have 3 of them out now. What was the game called?
Super Baseball.
Super Baseball. Yeah. They have 3 of those ones out. I played the second one. It's fun. It's wacky. It kind of reminds me of. What is that? Sluggers. What was the game we played?
MLB Slugfest.
Yeah, it's kind of like Slugfest where you can just like destroy the ball into people, and it's hilarious. But it's a gimmick game, so after a while you kind of get bored of it. Make a team, do a little bit of a season. But now that we got MLB The Show, all that stuff on Game Pass, you got better options. So go with that.
I'm gonna go with a quick recommendation before we head out onto break. But I'm going to recommend something a little spooky, a little scary.
There's a few spooky games on Game Pass.
Spooky.
There's a few creepy games on here, but one of my personal favorite horror games.
It's not The Secret Neighbor, is it?
It is definitely not The Secret Neighbor.
It's not Outlast, is it?
No, Outlast is amazing, though.
It is.
Play it. But Alien Isolation.
Oh,
yeah. Play this game if you are a horror fan or a fan of Alien.
Yeah.
The Alien franchise. It is very faithful to how the xenomorph is, and it is terrifying.
Yeah. It's the Alien franchise done right.
Yes.
So,
well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, pay some bills, and then when we get back, we're going to give you guys a little bit of update on the trade deadline as we are T-minus 11 minutes before the deadline ends. And then we got Ben McKee of VolQuest coming on in the 3 o'clock at the top. And talk Tennessee Volunteers, football camp, baseball, basketball, all things Vols we will discuss with Ben. And then what's cool with Captain Cool. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing. We have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates. Residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bryant Bank, we believe your goals are worth chasing, and every step along the way is worth celebrating. From your hopes for the future to the challenges that keep you up at night, we're here for you. Bryant Bankers put care into action to help you live legendary by stepping up when you need us most and doing what's right even when no one is watching. Come experience a local bank whose people greet you by name and treat you like family. Bryant Bank, member FDIC.
You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our SportsMed specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving lives.
In 1982, Bob Baumhauer introduced Alabama to the Buffalo Wild Wing, and quite frankly, we've never been the same. Back then, it was Wings and Things in Tuscaloosa, but now, 40 years later, after 4 name changes, Baumhauer's Victory Grill is the #1 sports-themed restaurant in the state. Bob's Alabama Hot Chicken is something that has to be tried to believe, plus the new Bam Bam Chicken and the Louisiana-style Go Fish, a whitefish over rice topped with shrimp etouffee. And Baumhauer's is fighting inflation with some new affordable favorites. Visit Baumhauer's on the South Parkway today. Tom Abraham here for my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
And welcome back into the Afternoon Blitz right here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz. So many blitz, so much blitz, so much. 256-576-4977 is the phone number to get into the program. On Twitter, I'm at Rose Scholar. The captain is at CPT Cool 420.
Yes, sir.
And the bandy man is at B Lowry 2016. Shout out to our listener Yorkie for correcting me on the trade deadline. The trade deadline is actually 5 o'clock Central Time.
So I thought. I saw something about it being 6 o'clock, and I was like, yeah, okay.
But every other trade deadline I know is like 3 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we're on a Tuesday.
It's MLB.
It is MLB. Anyway, we have found the player that will be traded to the Washington Nationals now from the San Diego Padres. As Eric Hosmer has said, nope, absolutely not. Luke Voigt will be the one that will be traded to Washington instead of Eric Hosmer, which... let's see. Hosmer is now going to the Red Sox, and San Diego is going to be paying down a significant portion of the $44 million remaining on Hosmer's contract per Jeff Passett. Oh, you're just having a field day with this one. I mean, you Yankee fan is just happy to see Joey Gallo go away like that, and then, I mean, the Yankees have been. This has been a good deadline for them.
Oh, yeah, and it adds on to their amazing season so far. So, I mean, it's good to see from all fronts the Yankees are still rolling through the season.
The Judge hit another home run last night.
Oh, yeah, they destroyed. They were so dominant against the Marlins.
That Rizzo bomb in the first inning was impressive. I mean,
that's all they do.
You know, I got to say, granted, I hate the Yankees. One thing that I will say is when the Yankees are good, there are very few places better to watch like September, October, high stakes playoff type atmosphere than Yankee Stadium.
Oh yeah, and the amount of bombs that they drop, dude, it's just like it's like watching NASCAR. You watch it for the crashes when you're younger. You watch the Yankees for the home runs whenever you're older. That's just how it is. And I mean, granted, I still love watching crashes in NASCAR, but they don't like to glorify it too much.
Well, and the upcoming hour, we're going to have What's Cool with Captain Cool as well as the DF3 by me. And we all should know one person that's already going to be part of the DF3 as he's going to make his debut tonight. And if you don't know who that is, then you're going to find out here coming up in the next hour. But coming up next, we got Ben McKee of VolQuest.com coming on. He's going to talk Vols training camp and what to expect for year 2 under Josh Heupel. You are listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on 2 services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? Two Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional, are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
Hour 2 of the Afternoon Blitz is live right now. Smokey right here, Captain Cool, Bandi Man right there in the studio. 256-576-4977 is the phone number to get into the program. You could use that a little bit later on into the show because right now we have a guest on from VolQuest.com. Does an amazing job covering Tennessee for VolQuest. And he's on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. He is one Mr. Ben McKee. Ben, good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir?
Thanks for asking. How are you all?
Can't complain too much, and we're getting close to football season. So, I mean, it smelled like you could tell, you could feel it in the weather right now. That it's almost that time that we need. It's almost football time in Tennessee would be the right thing I need to say for this, right?
That's right.
Well, we're getting into year 2 of Josh Heupel's tenure. Year 1, I would say, would probably be a success me being a Tennessee fan, I didn't exactly have high hopes. I was hoping for a 66-7-5. But first couple of games, Joe Milton didn't look so well. But once Hendon Hooker came in, it just seemed like the offense was rolling, with the exception of maybe the second and fourth quarters of the Alabama and Georgia games. But in year two, what are we to expect with, say, like Hendon Hooker in another year of Josh Heupel's offense?
Yeah, you should expect big things from Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker is one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC and one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. And I don't know that enough people are talking about Hendon Hooker. I guess that's up for debate in a separate conversation. But Hendon Hooker's going to have but in order for him to have a big year, I think it's more important that guys step up around him. You mentioned the offense from last year that became successful over the course of the year, and that was because guys like Javonte Payton and Velus Jones and made plays. You are going to have to replace Cade Mays, one of your starting tackles, this year. You have some uncertainty in the running back room right now. So Hendon Hooker is going to be Hendon Hooker. And you've got Cedric Tillman, one of the best wide receivers in the country, another guy that maybe isn't being talked about enough. But those two are going to have their teammates step up and really help them out and take pressure off of them. So if Tennessee can find other receivers to go along with Cedric Tillman and the tackle opposite of Darnell Wright, which looks like Darnell Wright's going to play right tackle and leave that left tackle open. If those two positions can be sorted out, then Hendon Hooker's already going to have a good season. But if those things can figure themselves out, then he's going to go from having a good season to a great season.
So I just kind of wanted to emphasize, again, you were talking about the offense, just how influential Josh Heupel has been at Tennessee. Like in his first season when he came in, Tennessee was coming off that 2020 year, just not even cracking the top 100 in offense. But
it was brutal. Let's just be honest here.
It was, but after Josh Heupel's first season, they then climbed to a top 7 ranked offense. So I just kind of want to know, going into 2022, just what are the really key points that this Tennessee offense needs to hit to keep that high-powered offense and keep that focus going in?
Yeah, those things that I just mentioned, they have weapons on offense, but they're going to need some guys to step up and have breakout seasons. A guy like Jalen Hyatt, who has all the ability in the world but hasn't really put it together yet, and he needed to figure out how to handle himself Monday through Friday and prepare himself in order to make plays on Saturday, and he's had as good of an off season as anybody. And I expect Jalen Hyatt to have a breakout year. Tennessee goes out and adds Brew McCoy to replace Velus Jones and Javonte Payton, those other receivers that helped out Cedric Tillman last year. And the USC transfer, he hasn't played football in quite some time because of off-field issues and some lingering issues health-wise. So he's going to have to kind of get back into the football shape. And he was a 5-star coming out of high school, a highly recruited player, and he's going to have to live up to that billing. So kind of like what I was talking about a moment ago, just players stepping up and taking pressure off of Hendon Hooker, off of Cedric Tillman. If that happens, then this offense is going to take another step this season.
Now, looking at the schedule, we have obviously the same SEC teams that you guys got to play usually. But I want to know, what are the must-win games, and what are the games that are really going to prove that Tennessee is a stellar team going into the end of the season and into the 23 season?
Yeah, I think the must-win games are the Kentuckys, the South Carolinas, Vanderbilt, Missouri. I would say those four, and maybe you throw Pittsburgh into there as well. And I know people listening may think, oh, why not Georgia? Why not Florida? Alabama? Those are, generally speaking, must-win games, because if you win those games, you're going to keep the fans happy. It's unrealistic to think that this team in Josh Heupel's second year would beat Georgia or beat Alabama. I think it's a fair expectation for to beat Florida this year. You play them at home. Billy Napier in his first season, they lost a lot of talent. But the reason I say Kentucky, South Carolina, Missouri, Vanderbilt, those four, and again, maybe we can lump Pitt into that group as well. Fans only see the logo on the side of the helmet. They see the UK and the Vandy Star and whatnot, and they think because Tennessee has beaten those teams down traditionally, that should automatically apply to this year's schedule, and it just doesn't work like that. This Kentucky football program isn't the Kentucky football program that Tennessee beat up on over the course of history for practically 30 straight seasons. You know, Mark Stoops has really got it going there and has some legitimate talent in there. So if Josh Heupel can win those games and keep the fans happy to that extent, because although you're not necessarily going to swing fans in your favor by winning those games, you have a lot to lose if you do lose those games. Fans will just be really, really upset with losing those games, and I do think fans should expect to win games. Tennessee is a better football program than those programs, and traditionally has had more talent, and it's always been the expectation that you just handle those games. So kind of just speaking to that, if you don't handle those games, then fans are going to be real upset and start to sour on Josh Heupel. So that's why I kind of point those out as the must-wins, because you're not going to beat Alabama or Georgia this year. So you got to make sure that you can win the games that you're supposed to in the meantime. And then once you get into year 3, year 4, then look at shifting the expectation between Alabama, Georgia, and Florida.
Ben McKee of VolQuest.com. Also, you could catch him with Jason Swain on the Swain event on Twitter Spaces and Twitter video going on from time to time. I bring that up because Swain, of course, is a Grissom High graduate here in town right now. And so, Ben, I was going to ask about Jalen Hyatt because I saw Swain mention something about it, but you've already covered that one. So I'm looking at defense now. Like, we're looking at, and we talk the Kentucky game. I mean, Tennessee only had 16 minutes of offense and scored all those points, and the defense was able to hold as best as they could for that 45 minutes of time against Will Levis and the Wildcats to get a victory last year. This defense needs to be improved, obviously. They needs to help out the offense a little bit, and the offense does need to help by getting defense a little bit of rest. But what parts of this defense are going to be the strengths for this Tennessee team in this upcoming year?
Well, first, I'll say that as a graduate of Buckhorn High School, it is far superior to Grissom High School, and we all know that Buckhorn High School is the best high school in the Huntsville and New Market and North Alabama area. But aside from the Go Bucks love and Fear the Deer,
we do cover Buckhorn. We do have Buckhorn football this season on our sister station, 97.7 The Zone. So
I love it. I absolutely love it.
But continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Tennessee's defense is going to have to take a big step forward. You have some big questions on offense that I discussed, but it doesn't really matter how many points Cedric Tillman and Hendon Hooker can put up if the defense isn't stopping anybody. And defense loses key players at really every level of the defense, maybe except for inside linebacker. But you lose a guy like Matthew Butler up front who was just kind of steady Eddie. You lose Theo Jackson and Alante Taylor on the back end, and you made some nice additions over the summer. Andre Turrentine from Ohio State, Wesley Walker from Georgia Tech. They've looked really good through 2 days of fall camp. It is just 2 days, and they haven't been in full pads. We'll see how their camp goes, but I think those guys are going to play a ton. And you do have some guys that aren't necessarily household names around the SEC. A guy like Aaron Bees, Jalen McCullough, Trayvon Flowers, Jeremy Banks. Again, not household names, but they have played a lot of football. And you need those guys to take big steps forward so the defense can take big steps forward. And even some guys along the defensive line, DeJoun Terry, Amari Thomas, those guys are going to have to take steps as well because, again, you can't win football games if you're not playing good defense. I don't care how many points you're putting up. Just go look at Tennessee's Music City Bowl against Purdue. That tells you all you need to know, and you can even go back and look at the Pitt game. I know the offense left a lot of points on the field, but the defense didn't necessarily do its job either. So the defense is critical that it takes a step forward. I don't think that Tim Banks, the defensive coordinator, is going to wave a magic wand and it's all of a sudden going to be one of the best defenses in the country. It's going to take a couple of years, unfortunately, to build up talent depth. But can it just get to a point of being average and not just being a glaring weakness or just terrible? As long as it's not terrible, I think this team as a whole can really take a step forward when you pair that with Hendon Hooker and Cedric Tillman.
And I like how you brought up Alante Taylor early on in that because I personally got to play against him back in high school, which is crazy to think that he's gone as far as he did. I tackled him a few times. It's whatever.
Hey.
But I know we say this every year, Tennessee's going to do great things, going into every single year. We say that, and they seem to let us down occasionally. This year or last year, they got us a little bit of a hope. But how has the vibe been around the locker room compared to the years of past?
Yeah, the vibe's good. Vibe is really good. Everybody's excited. The players are really bought in to Josh Heupel. We'll see if that leads to winning football games, but the chemistry and the leadership seems to be where it needs to be, and that's the biggest difference between this time last year, Heupel going into his first fall camp, first season, and then going into year two, is that the vibes are just so much different. Jeremy Pruitt just sucked the life out of the program. Just a real dark cloud, and was it Butch Jones that liked the energy vampire phrase? That's what Jeremy Pruitt was, and the players were beaten down. And look, you still need to have that Nick Saban real serious tone to you as a head coach, but it's always business first with Josh Heupel and his staff, but they also allowed guys to have fun. And Jeremy Pruitt didn't know how to strike that balance, and Josh Heupel has been able to strike that balance, and because of it, the vibe is real, and there's a lot of hope from the players. Fans having hope is one thing, but there's a lot of hope and confidence in the players that they can put in and have a really good season.
Yeah, and it's good to know that your coach is, a guy that's familiar with winning. So it's always good when that's happening too.
Well, and he doesn't talk out like cornbread or anything like that.
That's true.
Okay, but I kind of wanted to shift gears over to Tennessee basketball really quickly, as the Battle for Atlantis bracket was revealed yesterday, and they're going to be opening the tournament against Butler. And the last time they made an appearance at the Battle for Atlantis was in 2017, where they finished third overall. And I just kind of want to know, I personally see them making an improvement in that third place slot, but is there a team in the Battle for Atlantis that you could see giving a challenge to the Volunteers?
There's certainly some on the other side, but I think it's going to come down to Tennessee, really, because Tennessee's going to have the talent to make some noise and shake things out, or shake things up, I should say, and be one of the better teams in the country. Last year, they did prove to be one of the better teams in the country, but it took some time for Rick Barnes to figure out his key players and who he could go to, and really develop some leadership on that team as Tennessee kind of moved on from Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield in that era to now to where it's Josiah Jordan-James and Santiago Vescovi, and it's their team. John Fulkerson, and now John Fulkerson moving on after playing what seemed like 20 years at Tennessee, but I think Tennessee's the team to kind of watch out there, and just because they have a nice mix of incoming talent. Julian Phillips, the 5-star, B.J. Edwards, a 4-star point guard that's really, really good. And then you do bring Josiah Jordan-James back, and Santiago Vescovi, and Zakai Ziegler, and several others that should make for a good basketball team. So I'm looking at Tennessee to make some noise down in Atlantis, and really curious to see how Butler looks. Butler gives them a nice test, because Butler basketball has been down over the last couple of seasons.
Ben McKee, VolQuest.com on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline with us. And, Ben, I got a final question for you. And, I mean, I know my expectations for the Vol season. I'm not – granted, I'm a diehard and all that, but I'm not one of these crazies that go, oh, my God, we're going to go 10-2 every single year and be a lover of Butch. No, he's not even Butch. He's Lyle Allen Jones in my eyes. That's how much I dislike that man. He knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, but I'm thinking 8-4. 8-4 is that number that I'm looking at, and honestly, what would be the record that Heupel would need to get, and which victories? Because I'm thinking 8-4 in Florida is going to be a good improvement. What say you on this one?
I agree with that for the most part. It's hard to talk about before it happens, just because you would like to see if they win 7 games. Okay, well, what was their 5th loss? Was it Missouri? Was it? It's not going to be Vanderbilt, but was it South Carolina? And on the flip side of that, even speaking about the 8 wins, if those 8 wins does include Florida, then fans are obviously going to be happy, but you still have 4 losses there. And just spitballing off the top of my head, not having the schedule in front of me, if you have 8 wins and you beat Florida, that means you probably lost to Pittsburgh or Kentucky. That's not going to make people very happy. Or you're going to lose a game that you're not expected to, because obviously Alabama and Georgia, those are fair losses to expect. Where are the other 2 coming from if you do beat Florida? So real curious to see how that shakes out. But I think the fair expectation is 7 or 8 wins, and then just kind of judge wins and the losses. I know that's super simplistic, but looking back on last season, I think we view the Pittsburgh loss differently. Right? When you see Kenny Pickett go be a first-round pick, go to New York for the Heisman Trophy ceremony, they win the ACC championship, and that Pitt loss looks much different than it did week 2 last season. So I think that is something to keep an eye on. But 7-8 wins and just not taking a step back, I think is the key ingredient. And just not take it. I think it's unfair to expect a huge jump and really compete for the SEC East. Maybe we'll have a conversation in November about getting to Atlanta and then being in position to get there with a win here or there. But just 7 or 8 wins and not taking the step back from what they built on last year, because this team still lacks talent, still lacks depth, and it's Josh Heupel's fault. It's Jeremy Pruitt's fault, the NCAA investigation that he brought on the program and has put some restrictions on the recruiting these last 2 cycles. So it's not been as easy to rebuild for Josh Heupel here at Tennessee as it has been for Shane Beamer at South Carolina or Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, Eli Drinkwitz at Missouri. They haven't had the NCAA cloud. So I think fans need to remember that in the back of their head, but it's also fair to expect that 7 or 8 win mark might be.
You can follow him on Twitter at BenMcKee14. He is Ben McKee of VolQuest.com. Ben, much appreciate the time, and we'll be hitting you up down the road to talk more Vols once the season starts.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
Solid setup, guys. Solid. Yeah. And, I mean, the Vols are going to be one of those teams that are going to be interesting to see this year. And, granted, I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking for a 10-win season, but I'm at least looking for an 8-4 season with a victory.
They're going all the way this year. They're going all the way.
But Buckhorn Buck, really, I didn't know that one. That's kind of it's nice to have a little bit of local talent. But Mike Rizzo, the GM of the Washington Nationals, ESPN just gave him a nice little title on it says he was doing his press conference, and it's got Mike Rizzo traded Juan Soto today.
All on him.
And on that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, it's What's Cool. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You're bringing your daughter to her favorite pop star's concert. Do you A, wear earplugs?
Isn't this fun, Dad?
I have a soft pretzel.
B, remember the moment with matching concert t-shirts.
That's going to be $180. Or we can just take a photo.
C, show her how you used to do concerts.
We're going crowd surfing.
I can't. It's too heavy. Oh, my God. Ah.
Or D, just roll with it.
Justin! OMG! He just looked. I love you, Justin! I love you!
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
If you run your own business, when you're not on the job, you're on the road. In your van. Signs that say detour and do not enter are just plain bad for business. Well, here's a sign that's great for business. It says 0% financing and up to 2 years complimentary scheduled maintenance on Mercedes-Benz Sprinter or Metris vans. Powerful, capable, and affordable. That's Mercedes-Benz Van Power. With pioneering safety technologies and low total cost of ownership, Mercedes-Benz vans are the right choice for your business. Check out the full lineup of Mercedes-Benz vans starting at just $25,995. 0% financing and up to 2 years complimentary scheduled maintenance. That's van power for all. Mercedes-Benz. Vans. Born to run.
Starting ad price refers to base model mattress, worker cargo van. Excludes all options, taxes, title registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep fee. Please see your dealer or go to mvvans.com for further details and exclusions.
The tech show's on this month. You know, I was thinking of looking at home security systems.
Oh, cool. I'll go with you. We're looking for more home security ideas, too. That's why I called Budget Blinds.
Budget blinds?
Look at this.
A remote for the blinds.
Yep, motorized.
Okay, well, that's beyond cool. I love it. But what does it have to do with home security?
Oh, they also come with a timer. The blinds and drapes open themselves in the morning, close in the evening.
Oh, so it looks like somebody's home even when you're not.
Exactly, and I saved a bunch of money. Sally saved a bunch of money.
Ha, but you'll take the credit.
Yeah.
My brother, the tech genius.
Thanks, man.
Now give me that remote.
Budget Blinds motorized window coverings are the ultimate in luxury, and during the Luxury Within Reach event, they're even more affordable. The more you buy, the more you save, with savings up to $2,000. Hurry and call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS now before this offer ends, or go online to budgetblinds.com. Don't miss out. Call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS now. Offer good on select products at participating independently owned and operated franchises. Restrictions may apply. Ask for details.
Hello again, everybody. This is Pat Patrick asking you to join me and a team of award-winning announcers each Friday on your leading sports alternative, 99.1 The Game, where we will be having the game, the best in high school football game of the week. Hear all of the live play-by-play action of your favorite teams, followed by a complete call-in scoreboard show each Friday all season long from Homewood to the world. FM 99.1 The Game.
And welcome back to the future of sports radio. That's right, you're listening to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio. If you guys want to join in on any of the conversations, call us at 256-576-4977. And if you want to watch our beautiful faces talking about sports and other things, go to WZZN TV on our YouTube, on our Twitch, and just go to our normal The Blitz Sports Radio Facebook page. Guys, it's actually freezing up here today, but I'm still gonna bring it around, and it's about to get cool.
It's getting hot in here.
That's a spicy meatball.
Spicy meatball! So it's time to cool down with Captain Cool.
That's right, baby.
You know what cool is?
Tiger Woods.
You're joking.
Yeah. All right, guys. Tiger Woods declined the LIV invite for $700 million, saying, why turn the back on the guys who got you pro in the first place? He's saying pretty much all the people who've left to go to the LIV, they're all traitors. And, yeah, they just want money. They're in it for the money.
Traitor.
They're traitors. But Tiger Woods, man, is literally Luke Skywalker. He ain't going anywhere. He's the savior of the PGA, and he's gonna keep it rocking and rolling for how many games? How many tournaments going into the next season?
44.
Man's getting a little old. I don't know about that. I think he's got a bad hip too, so we'll see how far he goes on that. But you know what? I respect the man, and that's why I think that's pretty cool. Now going into the next thing, because I know, I don't want to talk too much on Tiger Woods and the LIV thing, because the LIV thing, man, it's killing me. It's killing me. But let's do some local news, guys. The Trash Pandas face off against the Tennessee Smokies on August 4th in a new, very sleek-looking, Thor-inspired jersey. And I know Bandi Man just finished Thor Ragnarok, the best Thor, arguably. So this kind of makes sense.
Who the hell says arguably?
Yeah, I haven't seen Love and Thunder yet, but I have a feeling it's not going to be better than Ragnarok.
I haven't seen it either, honestly, but I know the first two are not going to do anything. They ain't even close to being as good as Ragnarok. But yeah, these new jerseys, they're straight up just Thor. I don't know why they're Thor 1, but I mean they're Thor 1 inspired. The OG Thor outfit. And, yeah, they're really cool. I'm going to get to work it that day. Did you guys know I get to be Spider-Man that day?
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna let me do that.
Spider-Man!
Yeah, I have like 4 costumes, and I'm gonna wear the Spider-Man. Was it Far From Home? Yeah, Far From Home outfit. And yeah, let me tell you, I'm probably going to be all over you guys' social medias and probably on the Trash Pandas Instagram and Facebook because that's going to be lit.
Are you gonna be able to do backflips off a dugout?
I hope they let me. I need to honestly do some work on my costume before I go in because there aren't any feet pads on them. But you know what? You can do a quick little thing if you're a Spider-Man costume type of dude. Get some water shoes, cut off the soles of those water shoes, pull out the inside little foot pads that you got, and then put the foot pads inside of the costume down to the feet, and then either glue or stitch the soles to the costume, and then you got feet. You can walk around in the dirt. You can walk around on anything. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna try to attempt. Maybe I'll have a little video. I'll showing you guys how I do it, showing you how I mess up my really cool costume. But either way, I'm gonna look sick in that costume, and plenty of kids are gonna think I'm the real Spider-Man. So.
Well, they might not now if they're listening to the show.
These kids don't get a hold of the radio, man. And they won't know it's me whenever I'm actually there. They'll be like, this guy's the real Spider-Man. I don't care what that one dude was saying on the radio. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is actually Spider-Man. And it's got me. I don't know if I should shave my beard because I know that Spider-Man doesn't have a beard unless he's the old Spider-Man. So I'm conflicted because I have a baseball game coming up personally, Pinky Out Gang baseball game, where I want to rock the mustache. So I might go mustache Spider-Man, but I might go beard Spider-Man.
Mustache Spider-Man.
I mean, Italian Spider-Man could be a thing. It is the Bronx.
What about Nick Cage Spider-Man?
Nick Cage Spider-Man? What are you talking about?
I mean, there's a multiverse of Spider-Man, so there's probably a Nick Cage Spider-Man.
I feel like there is a Nick Cage Spider-Man that I don't even know of, but Smokey's like, there's definitely one.
I thought Nick Cage was a voice in Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh wait, was he?
Yeah.
You
Noir.
see?
Yeah, he was Noir Spider-Man, which Nick Cage can make anything pretty cool. So, but yeah, no, I mean, well, we don't know if he's got a mustache or not. He just has a cool little hat.
I was just thinking of Nick Cage in an actual spider suit.
I was too. I was thinking like he was like in a comic or something, which I would believe, honestly, with the comic gimmicks they're doing nowadays.
That's right.
That's right. But going into my most anticipated story that I found, and I thought, because, I want to deliver the cool stories to you guys, the interesting stories. In cowardly fight news, because I love to talk about fighting, and all that stuff, and kids getting their fingers broken. I'm going to keep saying that because it was one of the first episodes, and I want to just keep, drilling
Part
that
of
home.
the lost tapes of the Blitz.
No, that was. I guess you're kind of right. They are lost.
Lost tapes of the Blitz.
But Argentinian soccer player Christian Tyrone. That's his name, Christian Tyrone. Okay, this is news right here. Threw a haymaker at a female ref mid-game after he argued with her about a call. Now, this man, Tyrone, let me tell you, that's not really cool at all. It is not. It's not. Let me just disclaim that real quick. None of this is cool, but fighting is always cool, and equality is something, but you can't come up behind it and punch somebody in the face. Doesn't matter who they are, okay? This man literally broke through the arms of his friends, of his teammates, of pretty much an army of his guys holding him back. And if you see the video, he comes out of nowhere. Like, it is hilarious. It's comedic how he comes out. And even look this video up, Smokey, because I know you're going to get a kick out of it. Just pause it before, the punch.
Oh, my goodness.
He gets one huge punch in on the referee. Okay, she goes down. And the cool thing here is she gets up and she's smiling a little bit, which is like respect to her. Like, that was an arm bar to the back of the head. Okay, she gets right back up. She took the punch like a flipping champion, all right? And then comes in the whole Argentinian police force. Yeah, they came out of nowhere to take Tyrone's crazy ass out of the building. Okay.
Now, see, what's good is that I was watching this, and as you were describing it, it's like you were doing play-by-play for my video.
Took a punch. The punch, you got it right at the time.
Yeah. Right in the kisser.
It's like as they're escorting him out of the stadium, and I'm watching him as the cops are grabbing this person.
Yeah, the official, Dalma Cortati, all right, said, "I saw it on the video. A normal person does not do what this man did." Yeah, you're right about that. This guy looked like a psychopath coming around the corner, all right? Yeah. He had years of he must have had years of hate and anger towards women behind that punch. All right, how many stand-ups has he got? People just don't go into the movies with him. Is that what he's getting upset about? That's all going through his head right now. All right, I hope he doesn't have a wife and kids, because this man is not who you want to come home to. Okay, and that's why he must be sent to the Shadow Realm, which we also need a sound for that, because for any time I want to talk about stuff like this, the robot would go to the Shadow Realm, okay? That is one thing that would go. And definitely this dude, Christian Tyrone, it wasn't very Christian of him to hit a woman. Another insane news, because this isn't cool either, but my girlfriend decided to show me this, guys. There was a K-pop performance going on in Hong Kong. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this. You might have seen it on Facebook. I don't know. But yeah, one of the Jumbotron screens that were hanging up above, let me tell you, this K-pop group was huge, too. There were like 17 members, and they were all dancing around, okay? Bailey, look it up. You'll probably see it instantly.
I mean, I see the picture of it. Oh, my God.
So it's not funny at all. It's actually horrible what happened, okay? But watching this, it looks like a movie. The screen fell on these screens were probably 17 feet tall, 7 feet wide. It fell on this dude. Okay, and let me tell you, prayers to him. He did not die from this. Sadly, he's slightly paralyzed, maybe all the way paralyzed. I don't have the whole story on it, just because this is something I wanted to throw in, just because it was ridiculous what happened. Obviously, the K-pop group is suing the crap out of the arena, and it also fell on another dude, but he luckily got out barely. But yeah, no, it was a tragic story, and if you like K-pop, I know you're probably in the Twitter realm right now talking about it, praying for him. Hope he's okay. Very ridiculous story going on, but yeah, I want to go back to that the Argentina soccer player. All right, if your wife or girlfriend was the coach. Or not the coach, the ref that got punched in the back of the head by this random dude playing soccer, what would you do, Bailey?
Oh, I would charge him full sprint.
You'd be sitting in the stands like, let's go, baby, good job, good call. That was the right call. He did kick a guy in the shins. He's coming around. Oh, he's coming quick. Dude, I'd already be out of my seat. I would be running towards that. Man, I would take Christian Tyrone down. I hope that man is in prison for a good second, because that is assault. Okay.
Here, do you mind if I inject
something in, dude?
A little bit of cool,
please,
into a streak of not so cool?
What I need, I need some happiness right now, because of these look, guys, I get deep into these stories, so I have to find even the craziest of ones, and they're not always the happiest, they're not always the coolest, but they are the most interesting, and it'll grab any listener to make sure they listen all the way through. So.
All right, so a win for the manga nation.
Let's go.
In the community.
Anime, let's go.
One Piece is now officially acknowledged by Shueisha, which is the publisher of One Piece.
Okay.
To have sold over 500 million copies, having the highest recorded sales for a fiction story series in human history.
Wow. Win for Japan. That's a dub.
So One Piece has outsold Lord of the Rings.
2.
Harry Potter.
Be gone. What was that other one?
I don't know. I can't think of any other big ones.
You said the name before. Oh, I forgot what the name was. What's that other book series?
Oh, Don Quixote.
Don Quixote.
Oh, it's not a series.
Don Quixote.
It's just one book?
Yeah, it's just one book.
Huh. Well, I've
what
never
about
read.
Lord of the Rings?
But it's still sold.
He said
yeah,
Lord of the
I already said Lord of the Rings. Yeah, but Don Quixote still has sold over 500 million copies.
Yeah. I'm just catching up on Jeff Passan and the trade deadline, and there's been some intriguing stuff, but I'll get into that once Bailey finishes up. Because what happened is cool.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. All right, but Bailey, let me talk to you about this, because me and you are huge anime fans.
Yeah, you two, the anime people, you talk.
And I've never watched One Piece. Okay.
Shame.
And you're not going to get me to watch it over the weekend, because it is 1,000+ episodes. Thankfully, I've heard that it's coming to an end soon 4 years from now, I think.
We've heard it's coming to an end soon for maybe the last 4 years.
Maybe when it actually ends, I will give it a watch.
We've been hearing that since like chapter 800.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to give it a read, though. That's one thing I won't do. If they made like a summary film for the whole thing, I might jump on that.
Now, see, there is a way, I think there's a website where they have it split up, or like they have the episodes numbered, so that way you just take out all the filler and you can go through the series as fast as possible.
Yeah, I appreciate the websites like that, but with for me, I'm a very big on completing. I'm talking about 100% completing series. So like skipping those filler episodes, I know it'd be easier. I know I'd be done with the show. I know I could talk with you about it all the time, but I just couldn't sleep at night knowing that I didn't watch that episode 738. I feel like I have to watch every single episode. If I don't, I just won't. I just can't watch the show. All right.
Okay. See, on that point, then I would just recommend reading it. Like if you want to go the completionist route, but you don't want to go.
Yeah, there's less filler and there's like hardly any filler in the manga.
Yeah, and plus, think about having to watch over 1,000 episodes of something.
That's 20 minutes each episode. Put down on let me just do some quick maths because I'm not good at math.
Quick maths? I'll give you some Steiner maths.
Steiner?
I've really knocked out whole series in like 3 hours.
All right, 20 times 1,000. Okay.
Yeah, that's 20,000.
It's very easy math. 20,000. I was making a joke, guys. It could have been, because each episode, probably 24 minutes, give or take the opening and ending, because, anime has very long openings and endings. I'm just going to say 20 because you usually skip that stuff after a little bit. 20,000.
Actually, I want to bring this up a little bit.
20,000 minutes.
Smokey can join in on this, too. I've noticed that animes are really the only shows nowadays to really do like a hard opening and a hard ending to a show.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to think of a last live
you're talking
show,
like
a hard theme song, like a hard opening song, and then a hard ending song.
Like with Friends with the that one.
That one's every single episode, but they don't. Hey, but Friends doesn't have a true ending though. They don't have a true end, credit thing. They just have credits. They just have credits.
Well, no, back in the day. Well, actually, I take that back. They do. How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I just...
what we mostly get, when we get nowadays tops, is Stranger Things or The Walking Dead having a 30-second and it shows you this stuff, and it just, there's no lyrics or anything. It's just like names.
Actually,
boom.
Only Murders on Hulu does it pretty well.
Okay. All right.
And, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever watched Only Murders.
I'll have to check that out. Only Murders, huh? I'll put that in my
Only
list.
Murders in the Building. It stars Steve Martin Short and Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez? I might have seen stuff about that. Yeah, Only Murders in the Building. There it is.
They create a podcast because there was a murder in the apartment building in New York City that they were in. So
yeah, I've seen some pictures of this.
It's actually very well done. I got to say, it's not exactly like serious, but it's Steve Martin and Martin Short. That's why I call him Steve Martin Short.
Yeah. Huh. Still going today, huh? That's awesome.
Oh yeah, they got season 2 rolling out. New episode dropped today, and wife and I got to catch up on that one because we just finished the latest episode before today. Last night. So.
Wow, you literally watched this yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's very timely.
I didn't watch the new episode yesterday, but I
just get caught up.
Yeah, we got caught up right there.
All right, now the Captain Cool is going to throw it over to you, Smokey Mike, because you have some cool news.
Oh well, first of all, what's cool in the world of the trade deadline is, goodness gracious, the San Diego Padres, man.
Did they do something again?
I mean, goodness. Well, first of all, Tyler Mahle from the Reds is becoming a Minnesota Twin. And then the Padres. So the Padres have another one. They are dealing for the Cincinnati Reds, Brandon Drury.
Okay.
Now, Brandon Drury is having a career year right now formerly for the Cincinnati Reds. And, I mean, this dude, I'm San Diego. I mean, I wish I could Well, we are app only. Could I say what the burgundy definition of San Diego is? But
Do it.
No. I'm just gonna stay away from it. Just stay. No.
Probably best.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't want to talk about a whale's certain body appendage right here. But another thing that I thought was pretty cool is, I'm bringing up a little bit of wrestling here, but. AEW All Elite Wrestling has just put out the cover art for their new game that's going to be released at New Year's called Fight Forever. And they've been putting out some screenshots, and right now it's looking pretty good because the thing is with Fight Forever, they have the developer being Ukes. Now, a lot of wrestling fans will know Ukes because Ukes also was the WWE developer all throughout the late 90s and early 2000s when the wrestling boom was going on, especially with the wrestling game boom. A lot of people consider No Mercy to still be the greatest WWE game of all time, and it was Ukes and THQ, and this one was for the N64. So just think about that. That game had everything, basically. Ukes and THQ come back and do, and they're partnering up for this AEW, so it's kind of a little bit of old school WWE setup with this AEW game. But there's some features that I am very intrigued with on seeing how this goes, because people like you guys who aren't really big wrestling fans, this might actually intrigue you a little bit, because it combines a nostalgic arcade wrestling feel with the innovative moves that are going on in the new age, which tells me we're going to be getting more of that No Mercy and like early 2000 type of game engine and control setup that go with this. But the match plays is a single match, tag team match, a three-way match, a four-way match, a ladder match, a casino battle royale.
Well, that took a turn.
A falls count anywhere.
Okay.
Or an unsanctioned lights out match, and last but not least, an exploding barbed wire death match.
Okay, whoa.
Now we're talking.
Okay, so what's the difference between a sanctioned and an unsanctioned lights out?
Well, it's like boxing and UFC. Sanctioned means that it's under the commission's umbrella.
Yeah.
So then they're responsible for anything that goes on with the match. If it's unsanctioned, then nobody's responsible for anything.
Oh, so you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Basically, the unsanctioned lights out match is a last man standing match. But the exploding barbed wire death match, if you two would go and just YouTube the exploding barbed wire death match. AEW has done it one time, and it is absolutely terrible.
And it's in the game.
This was the worst spot I think I've seen in a long time with the way they use pyro production, because that was there's this one long-running series called Botchamania that a dude over in the UK makes, and he's up to like episode 498, and these episodes are like 20 minutes of just all complete mess-ups and botches in wrestling, and it's just absolutely hilarious. But Bandi Man, cool, Captain Cool, we got to take a quick commercial break, pay some bills, and then when we get back, DF3 time and what we're going to be watching on TV tonight. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Guys, when we were 20, we never had to worry about spontaneity. And now that we've gotten older, spontaneity has been replaced with pills and injections. We're just trying to keep that intimacy, but it's taken away from spontaneity. At Advanced Life Clinic, we now offer GainsWave, which uses sound waves to non-invasively treat this issue with no need for pills or injections. Just give us a call, 256-888-9367, or check us out online, advancedlifeclinic.com.
And welcome back to the Afternoon Blitz final segment right now. 256-576-4977 is the phone number to get into the program. It's kind of ironic that this particular bumper just hit after talking with the AEW Fight Forever game. I mean, yeah, CM Punk having that as his entrance music, the Cult of Personality. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Rose Scholar. The captain is, I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now. But Captain Cool is at CPT Cool 420. Bandi Man's at B Lowry 2016. The station is at the Blitz _sports, and also on Facebook. The Blitz Sports Radio is what you need to like on the page. Man, and we're going to be getting some. I think we're going to be doing some Twitch streams here in the next couple of weeks, right, guys?
Yeah, I think we got a few things going down.
We're gonna have some things on the intrawebs that you need to be. We're gonna make it fun. We're gonna have a good time with it.
Why not?
And I mean,
yeah.
It's been one of them days.
Yeah,
it really has been one of them.
It's Tuesday, dude. It's meeting day.
Tuesday.
Go straight into the show.
It's not quite the middle of the week, but it's not Monday either.
Oh, God, and I hate Wednesdays. You know why I hate Wednesdays?
Because it's hump day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golf? Well, the thing is that, I mean, my name is Mike, and especially your old man. Your old man.
That's pretty funny.
You, Captain Cool, your old man is the one that always has annoyed me because the camel.
Mike.
The camel came out when I was his producer.
I think I remember him saying that a little bit more than usual.
He brought the camel once that freaking camel. Yeah, I was about to cuss. But
I mean, he's been going with the hump day thing forever now. I mean,
he has, but I mean, when I was his producer and that camel came out, I was like, oh, God, help me.
He's like, Camel Mike.
Wednesday was not a good day. Wednesday was. But anyway, gentlemen, it is time. We close out each and every day with what's going to be trouble for their opponents.
Ladies and gentlemen, the DF3.
The DF3, like I said, it's the 3 top fantasy players that I feel like is going to make their opponents feel the trouble of going up against them. God bless, help me. Anyway, you two both knew who my pitcher was going to be tonight because I have been calling it for about a week now. As in his debut, there is a check mark right next to his name for the New York Metropolitans. The one I consider probably the best pitcher in the game today, Mr. Jacob deGrom.
Let's go. He's got 0 wins, though, so, I mean, he must not be that good.
Well, I mean, it's his debut.
Hey, he's going against another guy that is 0-0, so let's go. And a bot.
Hey, he's finally back.
And he's going up against the Nationals. The Juan Soto-less Washington Nationals. The Josh Bell-less Washington Nationals. It is going to be a bloodbath.
The one guy that could save them is gone.
How would y'all feel being on that team right now, that Nationals team?
Oh, I would hate it.
I don't want to go into work today.
Knowing what just happened in the trade deadline, and now you're about to go up against deGrom in his debut.
Yeah.
It's ugly. It's real ugly.
Have fun, Nationals.
Yeah.
Well, number 2, I've got, this is a man who has been an all-star. He actually competed in the home run derby. His last 10 games, he's averaging only 7.7 points per game. Pulled out a 14-1 last night, though, with 1 home run, or a solo home run. His splits, though, is what really intrigues me because they're at home this evening, and in his home games, he's averaging 10 fantasy points per game, and he's going up against the dreaded Orioles. That would be the shortstop of the Texas Rangers. One, Mr. Corey Seager, would be my number 2 on that one. And then number 3, this guy in home games is averaging 9.6 fantasy points per game.
Wow.
He's not doing so hot in his last 10 games, only averaging 5.7 points per game. Hasn't really been having a good year compared to his previous ones, but I feel like this is going to be a time that he's going to turn it up just a little bit right here, and that is for the Atlanta Braves. I would go with one Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr.
It's time for him to shine right now, right? He's on. He's got pressure on him. Okay. This is a big game. He's going against Nelson. All right, 3-1 pitcher, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. You know.
Yeah. Smokey, do you mind if I put in my own little DF3 pick?
Oh, that's perfectly fine.
You know what? And you know what? I'm going to surprise you a little bit too. It's even a baseball one.
Oh, look at him!
Now I'm going to go with the pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds against the Marlins. Actually, he's at plus 123, but he is from the 256 area. Went to high school with him. Good old Graham Ashcraft.
Ashcraft.
So I'm taking Ashcraft plus 123 over Braxton Garrett and the Marlins.
Yeah, you got to have him. I'm surprised neither of you guys said anybody against the Pirates. Okay. The Pirates, you know, I mean, they got Bryce Wilson pitching tonight. All right. So.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, it's just one of those things is that I've got to try and differentiate up a little bit. And, I mean, this was the first night that I would say no matter what, if the judge is starting, play the judge.
Always. Hey, you can't lose with him.
Dude's been raking. What is he now sitting at, let's see, All-Star game was, 2 weeks ago? And he's already at, 6 homers after the All-Star break?
I think he's at 44.
It's 43 right
43.
now. 43.
Okay, yeah, he was at 42. Yeah. He hit one last night. All right, yeah. What a man. Big dude. I'll follow him to the ends of the earth, honestly. Let's go.
All rise, and he doesn't do the juice.
And we don't know that. No, he doesn't do the juice. He doesn't do it. We're not breaking any news, all right? This man is stellar, all-natural, tree trunk of a man.
Tree trunk of a man. A redwood. He's a redwood. That's exactly what it is. Not California redwood.
New York.
Anyway, music's hit, which means we are done for the afternoon. Thank you guys for listening in to the Afternoon Blitz, and we will be back in 22 hours to bring you a Wednesday hump day edition of the Blitz. Also, 9 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, the Recruiting Blitz with D Squared. Take a listen to it. You guys have yourselves a good evening.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up.